is, but Kingzone's tools are certainly there to deal with it.
Yeah.
소환사의 협곡에 오신 것을 환영합니다.
SANDBOX fans out in force here today as we're into game number 2. Can we bring it to a 3-game series where it will mean that one of these teams will be equalizing with Griffin after this match? Kingzone win here, they will be outright first.
You know, I actually think that we're destined for a we're destined for a 2-0 because otherwise it means that the equilibrium between Griffin and Jin remains, so we have to break that.
Okay, that's a good point.
It's a new split, so...
It's a new split, and it's also a new Sona pairing. So I'm actually really excited about this, and I'm hoping that Kingzone can show us exactly why this bottom lane was chosen. I want to talk about the changes to Galio, because support was nerfed just a little bit, but the scaling was improved. And the last time we saw Galio in the support position, he actually went for the Zhonya's Hourglass. And it will mean that TusiN will be getting a bunch more money, because Deft isn't going to be farming at the beginning of the game. He's going to be harassing. And the Galio will have access to a lot more money on this map. So you can understand why. Deft is in the mid lane, though, at the moment.
The thing I'm worried about for them going forward, though, is that due to all of the CC on the team composition, it's really...
Deft is in the mid lane, by the way. Definitely Deft. Guaranteed.
Definitely Deft. Alright, so... with all the CC on their team comp, it is going to make it so that SANDBOX wants to get a lot of Mercury Treads, which is natural magic resist.
Yep.
And so, with the only source of physical damage coming from the Camille, it's really easy for the SANDBOX team composition to stack magic resist and be very tanky and durable inside of the team fights. Wit's End on Irelia, Maw of Malmortius on Aatrox. There's a lot of things that can get really ugly for Kingzone even though they have the scaling component. So it almost feels like to me they have to get ahead pre-20, which is probably not what they envision with this type of a team comp.
The thing that I find really interesting is that we've seen these Sona X lanes attacked in a lot of different ways, right? The Invictus Gaming method was kill it over and over again, and if you're an SKT fan, like most of us are, you would have been very, very sad watching that game. Fastest international game of all time. Breaking records are SKT, it's just the wrong way around at that point in time. However, the other way that you can do it is by just vacating the lane that we saw G2 put to great effect with their funnel composition. This is neither of those things. This is literally sacking the lane and saying we're going to scale alongside you with a similar idea in this Vladimir lane that Ghost and Joker are putting in. So they're almost saying, like, we don't care about this early game, we'll cop all of the abuse, but then we'll be just as powerful in the later stages. So I'm excited to see whether this Sona lane is going to be able to do exactly what Sona lanes want to do and dominate, even if it is up against the scaling power of the Vladimir that you see.
We'll see what they end up doing with it as well, given that Deft doesn't have teleport available, so has to definitely be conscious of his mana pool down here. Having to take the cleanse, respecting the Shen and the Vladimir's ability to all in and try to get a kill onto her. So far though, the early game doesn't have a lot of chaos unfolding. There's no jungle camps currently available for either jungler.
Yeah, we are going to get the first back to come in from OnFleek. He is venturing back into his jungle now. Does have himself the Skirmisher Saber, and it's Cinderhulk that Cuzz is building up towards with that Barmy Cinder already completed here. So both of them going to be continuing to farm out this jungle very, very effectively. Speaking of farming effectively, Summit is smashing Rascal at the moment in this farm. Because that's a good stun to stop Rascal from being able to last hit a few of these creeps. Right versus Naehyun here in the mid lane is range advantage, obviously, so Naehyun's going to have a decent time. But I think with Glacial Augment, you're going to be feeling even better on the Neeko as far as controlling the Aatrox and how he's going to be able to threaten you with these all-ins as the game goes on.
I'll have to see how the game evolves. Also, the mid lane dynamic between this matchup is definitely going to be more favorable for Aatrox against the AP variant of Neeko. It's really difficult to freeze and zone inside of the mid lane, the Aatrox, and so AP Neeko doesn't have the easiest of time compared to top lane AP Neeko.
Well, here on the bottom side, it's really interesting thinking about which lane is winning, because currently Ghost is 200 gold ahead of Deft, but TusiN is a whole bunch over Joker because he's been farming it out against the Vladimir. 33-29 is the CS margin on the bottom side, with Deft picking up minions here and there. As Summit is going to put this wave into a very frustrating position for Rascal to deal with as he's looking to teleport back into this lane.
And you can see that Olaf, he is coming top with the golems, and this is going to make it so that if Cuzz would try to show up to unlock this freeze, which he really does need to do. I don't know how Rascal can actually get out of this on his own unless Summit would make a blunder, but this is really looking like it is going to end up resulting in Rascal dying.
Right now, Summit's actually taking a lot of minion damage.
Yeah.
Rascal utilizing that physical shield very effectively. And he's going to win out on the trade, even though he did actually nothing in that situation. Right now, he's still behind by a lot. Ninja was picked up just to try and keep this lane sorted out. But I have a feeling that Kingzone are okay with, unless he dies, with Rascal just being behind and trying to weather the storm.
And Summit still has teleport available. So there's a lot of things definitely going his way right now. You can just see the CS advantage. Yes, there's an incoming minion wave, but Rascal forced to recall again. I don't believe that Summit will actually cause him to lose too much CS. You can see he's almost halfway back to the lane already.
Wrath here. Gonna have the permafrost down as Joker loses the aftershock, but Kingzone not able to react in time to Cuzz picking off the support.
Kleptomancy is an interesting rune.
It is.
It is, it's birthed many, many things.
Some of them weird.
Yep.
Some of them wonderful.
Oh, okay, 2 gold satchels, huh?
Yeah.
That was real good. Wow, you're so good.
Skill.
So good.
There was an old saying which was better players crit more.
Yeah.
And I think the new saying is better players get more gold sacks out of their Kleptomancy.
I mean, it makes sense.
Proving that he's definitely a good player. There's the flash in.
That was a
really
great
nice Justice
cancel.
Punch. Yeah, exactly right. From TusiN. Doesn't have aftershock anymore. There are 4 members down here. That's a triple taunt. Joker gonna go down very low. He's still burning as finally Naehyun gets in there. Pop Blossom for a double stun, but he's pulled back into the Infernal Chains, and it's a double kill for Ghost on the bottom side. You do not need to be a mathematician to calculate who came out on top of that one.
That was looking like it was going to be really, really good for Kingzone, but then it just turned right back around in SANDBOX's favor. So the Justice Punch to cancel the taunt was done so well, and then TusiN was getting a really interesting idea. It would have been one more auto attack to kill Joker. That would have actually allowed Naehyun to throw his snare elsewhere, but just didn't matter as they had the numbers.
나이스. 올라갈게 나.
아, 감사합니다.
됐다 이거 이동 많이 봤다.
Yeah,
이거.
nice. Thanks for the kill.
오케이.
As Rascal has to flash. He's going to get flashed after by Summit, who's happy to stand underneath, but does have the ultimate. Summit! Oh, the last turret shot, not there! The calculation for the SANDBOX top laner.
So things are definitely going SANDBOX's way this game as well early on.
Man, that was close to a turnaround, but oh.
And you can already see the magic
upset if you're
resist
Rascal.
is coming out on the team composition. Mercury Tread's already completed for Dove here on the Aatrox in the mid lane. No Magic Mantle on the Vlad. We take another quick look at this. So Rascal, he just wants to trade and get the wave crashing into the turret. Summit had other plans in mind as he flashes in. This was a really good cancel with the Camille ultimate, but the last turret shot, as you were saying, just wasn't there.
Oh.
Yeah, able to get out of there just.
아, 못해.
쏘게.
It's okay.
말해 뭐해.
여기 레드 떼줘.
Oh, wow. Summit. He knows that that was certainly a close one. As Kingzone here on the bottom side of the map, the Frostmancy has completed, so Deft is able to farm again. See whether that means that the Sona can become one of the powerhouse points here for Kingzone on this map. 1,000 gold is currently the lead for SANDBOX, but the scary thing is that a lot of that gold is on Ghost. You can see 150 on that gold bounty already, and if there's a gold bounty on a Vladimir at 10 minutes into the game, you know something's gone horrendously wrong.
And the question for me is, how do they get themselves out of this? Again, their only source of physical damage is on the Camille. She's really far behind right now, and she's also even further stunted by the fact that she had to purchase tier 2 boots very early. SANDBOX, they're also going to get themselves a Mountain Drake, which means it's going to be very easy for them to capture Baron early on, as well as just raise tier 1 and tier 2 turrets. And we're only at 10 minutes here, so the Mountain Drake's actually very helpful with getting plays.
Well, the other thing is that the Rift Herald is being started and will be completed here by Kingzone in the meantime. Summit's going to roam on over. The Aatrox is coming in as well. Great ultimate there out of Cuzz, but they're not out of the woods just yet. That's the taunt up, and Rascal is going to be the sacrificial lamb. SANDBOX take him down, but Kingzone do manage to pick up that Rift Herald.
They get the Rift Herald, they get the Stand United out of Shen, as well as a rotation from the enemy team, so they're going to lose a little bit of gold down in the bottom minion wave, and so when all things are considered, you get the Rift Herald, the 100 gold, whatnot.
Yep.
It's not the end of the world, but Rascal falls further and further behind. Summit is level 9.
Yeah, and 35 CS is going to be the lead. 3 turret plates down here, and Rascal needs to be able to pick up all the gold from these plates. Cuzz needs to be able to put Shelly into this lane so that Rascal can come back. Unless they're trying to push another wave even further forward.
They might just try to accelerate Deft.
Well, could be an option here. As you can see, happy to go 1 versus 2 here as the taunt is going to land. But Joker is there completely by himself. Aftershock's going to wear off. It's a good knock-up there from TusiN as Ghost finally turns up, but isn't able to really offer too much. Deft running low on mana, but you can see this W is really starting to make sure that Kingzone can stay permanently in this lane as long as that blue bar is at least halfway full for Deft.
It's really surprising, actually. The trade by Joker was really poor. Put him at a very low HP value. You can see the Deft is completely fine. He's all the way back up.
He's pianoing his keyboard very effectively here, LS. If you're a Sona player, that's exactly how you're supposed to play this one out. Aatrox roaming down towards the bottom side. 4 members lurking here. As Rascal once again going to push forward. Summit probably pretty happy about this. Almost has Trinity Force completed. And Rascal only has a little move fast hammer, which is not what you'd be wanting against the Sheen, the Tiamat, all of the bevy of items that Summit has put together.
The itemization difference, talking about items in top lane.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's... feels bad.
Yeah. Feels real bad. Feels okay on the bottom side, though, as Archangel's now been completed for Deft. Those mana issues that he was struggling with before are going to be a thing of the past as Song of Celerity gets in towards this lane quite easily.
Also, he has now started farming up, so we're going to try catching up to the Vladimir.
And you can see Cuzz is looking to push Shelly here towards the bottom side, clearing out the wave very, very quickly. Will throw that one down. There are no taunts to come into that rush. Yeah, cannon's going to be missed, but it'll be made up for by all of these turret plates heading into the hands of this Sona.
And the Sejuani as well, so it's a lot of turret plates. Dove down here. There's a level advantage as well on Cuzz. And the level advantages across the border, one of the things to keep note of, it's probably about a level and a half up in top lane, 1 level inside of the jungle. Oh, although, Cuzz did just get... okay.
Yeah, level 9, okay. So Rascal is getting attacked by Summit over and over again. Now underneath this turret as Summit's looking to try and knock this one down if he can. First turret blood still on the board as the turret survived on the bottom side. It was a roam from Dove making his way towards the bottom side that got in there. You can see Naehyun's not able to really keep Dove in a great position. So there's a cheeky little ghost borrow that Dove hadn't dealt with yet. Naehyun is able to even things up. 12 CS is going to be the lead for the Aatrox in the mid.
2 levels in top.
Yeah, this is real scary.
That's some nightmare fuel.
But at least Rascal's able to hold on to this turret. Keeps at least 1 turret plate alive. And they were able to get more as the bottom lane only had 1 remaining plate left. Still a really interesting game, right? It's hard to say that SANDBOX are definitively winning, even though they do have a slight gold advantage and the kill advantage, of course, just because Frostmancy is a really weird thing.
Yeah. Frostmancy is very interesting. I'm actually curious to see how much more gold he can end up getting. Sometimes you get the Sona games where you only have about 300 in Klepto, which is, you just feel really bad. And other times you check it and you have 1,000, and you just wonder.
Well, this is the thing, like, a Shen just takes abuse in lane. That's exactly what you want to be doing. As the Frostmancy is Dove trying to get out of the way. That's the Permafrost, though. Can't dodge that one. Infernal Chain's not going to find the mark, and they spot OnFleek and decide not to go any further forward. World Ender now on cooldown, but that flash was just about to come back up, and Cuzz was unable to grab that kill.
Looking at the itemization, Mercury treads on everyone right now, and you can probably bet that it'll end up on Vladimir as well.
Yeah, you'd hope so. That's why he's got a non-magic mantle.
And now a second Mountain Drake, which is probably the best dragon that they could have hoped to roll, because now this means Baron at 20 minutes is almost a surety.
Yep.
Off of one pick. That's all that it's going to take. Sona team compositions, by nature, are often kind of bad at taking Baron in terms of the speed and whatnot. So with double Mountain Drake, Ocean coming up next, things are not looking very good right now if you're a Kingzone fan. And I have to wonder, how effective is their team fighting going to be? Camille's still a little bit ways away from the Trinity Force, and all of their CC is just going to be completely hindered.
Well, what I'm looking at is Kingzone having the ability to pile in onto one person very, very well, and then follow up any re-engage with things like the Hero's Entrance, things like the Crescendo, because Pop Blossom's going to be great, as well as the Hextech Ultimatum that Rascal will be able to use to bring someone out on their own and lock them down. They do have just AoE ultimates aplenty on this roster. In fact, everyone has great teamfight tools as an arbor.
Yeah. Rascal freezing, interestingly. We don't actually see... Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
That's not...
Doesn't want to. At this point, there's too much pressure here from SANDBOX anyway. Good hook shot's going to get a stun there as Sonic gets no value out of his W. Cuzz will turn up though, he finds the ultimate there, max range. Stand United comes in as Comet's trying to turn this one around, but Hero's Entrance comes down as well. That's going to be the shutdown as the Camille finally gets one back, and TusiN is chasing after. We're waiting for an Arctic Assault as Permafrost is going to land, and Joker is not escaping this one either. There we go, TusiN should get in there and punch the haymaker to death. SANDBOX on the bottom side will get a turret, but Kingzone get 2 kills.
Yeah, they get 2 kills and they get it on the Irelia, which is really, really important right now because Rascal was essentially 6 feet under in this game here, and now that is a massive tempo swing, at least up in the top lane.
Able to get one of those kills as well, so really, really important here for Rascal to be able to lock down that extra money. Trinity Force is now completed as well, as that's a lot of damage on OnFleek actually, as all of these buttons are going to hit the mark. Deft looking for that crescendo, but not going to be able to 100-0 an Aatrox at this point. Or probably at any point, let's be honest.
We'll take another quick look at this. That's a nice hook shot to start this all off. Cuzz dropped what he was doing immediately. You don't get that in solo queue.
Hell no.
Immediately go up into the top lane. Hero's Entrance was here as well, and Joker, try as he might to save his teammate, wasn't quite able to do so, and then it was truly a team effort to bring down the ship.
It was the pilot.
Yeah. They have the haymaker from Galio right there.
Yeah.
Right at the end.
It's actually a very satisfying auto attack animation. And it's not even the colossal smash, you know?
Do you have a favorite one?
Favorite auto attack animation?
Mine is, you know when Ornn does the just get out of here one?
No. Throw cogs at him, man. That's what I want.
No.
That's why Crit Zillion is definitely the best champion in the game.
What?
Crit clock. Just stack that crit, dude. That's what you gotta do.
Imagine being an ADC that has such a slow and the ability to self-revive.
Yeah.
You're onto something, Atlas.
Yep. That's called having potentially 2 Guardian Angels. Although Guardian Angel doesn't have crit on it, so the idea is to have like 250% crit if you can get there. Even if it doesn't do anything, that's just really important.
Blue Zillion.
Blue Zillion.
Just get it out there. Monomune, whatever else you need.
OnFleek's going to turn up. TusiN's here as well. Hero's Entrance not available just yet. So do manage to get one of the stuns. Some cute knockups here coming in. It's Teleport from Kingzone will bring an extra member here. Pop Blossom is huge as the SANDBOX players evaporate. Now Deft is looking for more. He can flash Crescendo. They do have the vision available, but in the meantime, Dove on the bottom side is getting a bunch of work done. This inner turret is not long for the world as we've got teleports in on this Baron buff. 20 seconds on the jungler, 20 seconds on the teleport top laner.
Have TP.
Ghost can flash into this pit if he wants to, as Joker is here.
It does take them quite a while.
Yeah,
Oh!
Rascal's going to get over the top. It's Deft with a crescendo, just picks him off. Rascal there as well, as the peel is only half working. Kingzone will be able to take down the Baron. They get the pick off on the Vladimir, and I feel like it's a
They're gonna
role
steal the
reversal.
game again.
Yeah. It's exactly what happened in game number 1 at about this stage. In fact, it was later in game 1, but on SANDBOX's side.
This is... I mean, it's really looking like Summit is the prodigy of Khan, because he's just always overextended in his lane, getting picked off and dying. And you have to feel really bad, given how far ahead you were. Look at him. Look at the mini-map right now. Why are you here?
Well, I mean,
there's no reason.
I don't have the answer for you.
We're really quick to capitalize on this. Naehyun comes right in, Pop Blossom, popping everything right there. And then, as soon as it goes over to the Baron, Deft, he put on some Lady Gaga. He told Ghost to just dance.
Yeah, he did.
Rascal was really quick to help him get the kill right there. And Dove and Joker, they couldn't do anything at that point. So it doesn't matter how long it took them to do the Baron. There was just no resistance present from SANDBOX.
The thing is, like, Kingzone can also stand in that Baron pit forever because they have Deft playing piano on his keyboard, pressing that W whenever it's up.
Yeah.
And as he gets more and more levels, that's going to become even easier. The next Baron that's on the map, Deft is going to have some extra levels. That cooldown reduction is going to be ludicrous. As you can see, he's already playing so aggressively. Joker is struck by the crescendo, but Deft, even underneath these turrets, straight up does not care.
Also the Athenes.
Okay, that's a double taunt coming in, but the ultimate is going to come back. Can the Hemoblade do anything? The answer is a straight up no, as Dove turns up a little bit too late. Now Summit's trying to dance around the fight, but it is just not enough. The flash forward from Dove does manage to find one of them. He will have that reset on the World Ender, but he can't get around the Wolf Pit. Oh no.
Ring around the... Oh, Dove has to be really careful.
And you can see Deft is able to press... He's pressing W again, LS.
Everyone's
He's pressing
full.
W again.
Twin Shadows, the Ghosts.
Yeah, Dove can't get in here, and it's OnFleek that's going to get picked off. The pickoffs are just too easy for Kingzone.
And I really like how proactive and aggressive Kingzone are actually being with their advantages.
Well, we got Stand United to bring them back forward, but Dove
just
has
don't
to
die.
go golden. Exactly right. Ghost, he'll turn up again. Pop Blossom's
Pop
in.
Blossom.
Dove explodes. Joker will follow suit. Colossal smashes there, but it's a double kill now for the Neeko. And I've decided that Sona Neeko is the most disgusting combo in the mid game because the slows are permanent and the heals are perpetual. Ghost is going to go down extraordinarily low. Crimson Rush keeps him alive. As Summit, he's going to try and throw his face forward. The flash from Deft. He turns around once again, but you've got an ultimate one more time, and Summit is straight up tilted this game.
Summit saying go next.
Oh my god. There isn't a next LS. This is game 2.
Oh man. He's so tilted, you can...
Yeah.
Oh man, I love it. Ah, alright. Let's see. Take a look at the replay.
Do we want to
really
see this
quick.
one again? Do we really want to see it again?
This is the oh no 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 moment as Joker tries to taunt, and you know, you don't poke the bear. And actually, Sejuani is using the bear this
using
game,
the bear
so,
skin. They are literally poking the bear.
So Dove with the World Ender uses his flash to get the reset right there, and Naehyun able to go up over the wall. And as
In
we're
the
coming
meantime,
back into
Joker
live,
is dead.
Yeah, Joker's dead again. So
That
SANDBOX
little
look really,
snapback was a cutie.
they actually do look really tilted. It's not so often that you can look at a pro team and be like, they're really off kilter, but SANDBOX are definitely off kilter.
Yeah, and I feel like SANDBOX are, but it's mostly Summit, right? Because he had such an advantage early. He was trying to push it. But sometimes when you lose the game elsewhere, you have to play with the respect of a losing lane, even if you are winning. Summit was unable to work that one out. It's a little bit sad as Kingzone continue to push. Feels like they don't even need a Baron buff at this point. 6,000 gold is the lead, as the Glacial Augment means that no one can dive on top of the Sona.
Yeah. And
Song of Celerity means everyone's really fast and their opponents are really slow. It's like an extra added slow effect.
And look at the way that they're itemizing on the side of SANDBOX. There's no Maw out on the Aatrox, no Wit's End on the Irelia, because you really need the Titanic Hydra. That's important.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's a big one.
you do have the Morello on Vlad, which is actually a really, really good purchase right here. And you can see that Shen can't seem to make up his mind if he wants to go I don't know if he's going to complete Solari and then Knight's Vow, or what way he's going to go with this, but...
I don't know whether he's going to be able to purchase any more items this game, you know? Like, it's not exactly...
Yeah.
Like, they're making a lot of money here on the SANDBOX side. This game is in entire control.
Why does
of
Olaf
Kingzone.
have a black cleaver? You wanna... Can you
He
break
wants
that
to
down
lower
for me?
their armor, dude. That's what he wants to do.
Okay.
Cut down, shred the armor, so that they can go in and kill him. That's
Okay.
the plan. Yeah. Dove has the same idea.
What happens when the enemy team doesn't have a lot of armor?
Well, you get less use out of the black cleaver.
All right.
Yeah.
I was just making sure. I just wanted to confirm that with you.
Yeah, yeah. No, it hasn't been hotfixed or anything like that. Hotfixed to cut magic resist now. It's just to troll everyone. As Deft is looking for Ghost, he's going to find him. That's a lot of damage now as Deft is getting turned around. Hemoblade comes in. Deft has the Seraph's Embrace, and that's a huge taunt onto 3 members of SANDBOX. X-Tech Ultimatum comes down there as well.
Oh, Rascal
First death takes a long time, but it's going to be Kingzone. Taunt lands onto Ghost. You ain't going anywhere, my friend. That's a big E to the face. And Rascal's taking his revenge. Triple kill as Joker goes down, and Ghost is going to be next on the chopping block. Song of Celerity means that Deft catches up so easily, and Aatrox goes down. Deft grabs that kill, and that's going to be all she wrote. SANDBOX, not too much more to offer this series.
In a really similar turn of events from game number 1, it took one really big mistake from SANDBOX, and that's all that Kingzone needed to salvage the game state, turn it around, and create a very, very bad position for SANDBOX to be in. Capitalize. And now they're going to end up...
Well, Deft is going to go down, ruins his KD.